New at 10 tonight, renewed calls for a change at the top in South suburban Dolton.
Of course, we are talking about Mayor Tiffany Henyard.
Breaking tonight, South suburban Dolton is buzzing with demands for a shakeup at the top. Mayor Tiffany Henyard faces renewed scrutiny as residents grow louder in their calls for change. Allegations, fiery confrontations, and financial controversies. This story has it all. Stick around to uncover the drama shaking this community.
Just sacrificed 32 minutes to an individual that doesn't give a damn about anybody's time but hers. Okay.
Frustration boiled over as residents declared, "We just sacrificed 32 minutes to someone who clearly doesn't care about anyone's time but her own." Tensions are hitting a breaking point in Dolton as the community's patience wears thin. What sparked this fiery outrage? Stay tuned for the explosive details. Tensions are rising in Dolton, Illinois, as Mayor Tiffany Henyard faces fierce opposition and mounting controversies. The recent village trustee meeting turned into a political battleground, with residents demanding change and accusing Henyard of disrespect and poor leadership. From financial mismanagement to legal battles, her reign has been marked by scandal and public outrage. As investigations continue, the question on everyone's mind is, can Henyard hold on to her power, or will the people of Dolton succeed in voting her out? The upcoming election will decide it all. Stay tuned for what happens next. Hey guys, I am Olivia. Welcome to Red Rumbles, the channel where the chaos, clashes, and controversies come alive. Tonight, we're breaking down the explosive drama shaking Dolton, Illinois. And trust me, you won't believe how wild things have gotten. Corruption, power plays, and heated confrontations. It's a battle that's tearing the community apart. Stay with us to see why this small town's politics have become a national spectacle. If you enjoy unfiltered takes on drama-packed stories, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Let's get into it. It all began with what was supposed to be an ordinary village trustee meeting, a place for routine discussions and local governance. Instead, it became a stage for outrage. Mayor Tiffany Henyard arrived over 30 minutes late, offering no explanation to the packed room waiting for her. Residents were not just inconvenienced, they were furious.
Not your damn subjects. We are your bosses. We are the citizens of Dolton. And you will not continue to do this like this because you are on the way out.
The frustration was evident as voices in the crowd grew louder, and one resident openly expressed what many were feeling. We just sacrificed 32 minutes to an individual who doesn't care about anybody's time but hers. What followed wasn't just a routine public comment session. The room became a platform for Dolton citizens to vent their long-held frustrations. "We've had enough," said another speaker. A rallying cry emerged. "Clean House 2025. This wasn't just anger. It was the start of a movement. Residents weren't only speaking out, they were making plans to reclaim their community through action. One resident summed it up. "We've got to get to those polls and vote, and we need to make it count this time."
We cannot let her get back to be the mayor, and we already know she's not going to win that supervisor seat. That is done.
Henyard wasn't about to let the criticism slide. When her turn came to address the crowd, she didn't hold back. "I have the seat now," she said confidently, her voice cutting through the tense atmosphere. "Whether you like it or not, I am your mayor." But her words didn't have the effect she might have hoped for. The crowd, undeterred, responded with sharp retorts. One individual declared, "We aren't your subjects. We are your bosses." The message was clear. Dolton's residents weren't intimidated. Adding fuel to the fire, Henyard compared herself to Donald Trump, boldly predicting a re-election victory.
Stories new at 6. Embattled Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard is mounting a re-election bid. Henyard made the announcement in a post on her Facebook page.
Whether this was a strategic move to galvanize her supporters or a misstep that alienated the crowd even further, one thing was clear. The tension between Henyard and her constituents wasn't going away anytime soon. As the public fallout escalated, another controversy bubbled beneath the surface: the village's finances. Reports revealed that Dolton's general fund had suffered a shocking decline from a $5.61 million surplus in 2022 to a $3.65 million deficit by mid-2024. Scrutiny over Henyard's spending habits only added to the outrage. Her use of the Village credit card for personal expenses came under fire, including a $43,000 charge for Amazon purchases that lacked receipts. This prompted not only local criticism, but also federal attention.
Deep debt, and that is the finding of an investigation of Village finances and the spending habits of beleaguered Mayor Tiffany Henyard.
Investigators began probing Dolton's financial practices, and the findings were anything but reassuring. An earlier inquiry spearheaded by former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot highlighted inconsistencies and missing documentation, raising questions about possible misuse of public funds. The chaos wasn't limited to Dolton. As supervisor of Thornton Township, Henyard faced additional scrutiny. A recent Township board meeting ended in a deadlock after trustees Christopher Gonzalez and Carmen Carlisle boycotted the session. Their absence was a direct protest against what they described as poorly vetted agendas and a lack of transparency. This boycott had serious implications. Without enough board members present, critical decisions, including filling a vacant trustee seat, couldn't move forward.
Scott, the meeting wrapped up early because two trustees, as you mentioned, did not show up. Chris Gonzalez and Carmen Carlisle. Without them, not enough board members were present to make official decisions.
The standoff left Township residents in limbo, further highlighting the dysfunction plaguing Henyard's leadership. Even seemingly positive initiatives, like the annual turkey giveaway, became sources of contention. While such events are typically opportunities for goodwill, critics accused Henyard of using them as distractions from more pressing issues. Trustee Gonzalez didn't mince words, suggesting the event was a poorly timed PR stunt to soften her image amid mounting controversies. The challenges to Henyard's leadership continued to pile up, especially after she attempted to appoint Ronald Berg as police chief without the board's approval. The decision was quickly labeled illegal, as Berg lacked the required certifications and paperwork to serve in the position. The Illinois Law Enforcement Training and Standards Board issued a firm warning, urging Henyard to remove Berg until he met the necessary qualifications. This added another layer of controversy to her administration, with critics questioning her decision-making and adherence to legal protocols. Meanwhile, Henyard's personal life also became a focal point. Her landlord filed an eviction lawsuit, claiming she and her boyfriend owed thousands in unpaid rent. Allegations that they had changed the locks on the rental property to prevent access only added to the drama. In a separate legal battle, Henyard faced accusations of forging checks and withholding financial records from trustees.
Dolton home that she leased to Mayor Tiffany Henyard has filed eviction papers. She says Henyard had not paid her rent, and now she wants her.
These allegations painted a troubling picture of an administration mired in both financial and ethical controversies. Amid the chaos, Henyard sought to reshape her public image. Giant billboards featuring her face and slogans like "Keeping My Promises" began appearing across Dolton. While intended to promote her leadership, the billboards sparked backlash. Some residents likened them to propaganda, comparing them to tactics used by authoritarian leaders. Others criticized the expense, questioning why resources were being used for self-promotion instead of addressing the village's pressing issues. Additionally, reports emerged that Henyard had been using taxpayer-funded police officers as personal bodyguards. Combined with allegations of lavish spending on parties and travel, her actions reinforced the perception of a leader disconnected from the struggles of her constituents. Despite Henyard's attempts to control the narrative, Dolton residents are refusing to stay silent. Social media has become a powerful tool for expressing outrage and organizing resistance. Comments from locals reflect a deep frustration with the state of leadership. One viral remark captured the sentiment: "She's untouchable." It seems never charged, never convicted, but the damage keeps piling up. The community's determination is evident in the increasing attendance at public meetings, the proliferation of protest slogans, and the active push for change in the next election. The stakes have never been higher for Dolton. With federal investigations ongoing and the 2025 election looming, the village faces a critical moment. Henyard's confidence in her re-election remains strong, but the public's growing demand for accountability could signal a turning point. As Dolton's residents prepare to head to the polls, the question remains: will they succeed in bringing new leadership to the table? Or will Henyard's political maneuvering keep her in power? The battle for Dolton's future is far from over. What's your take on the controversy surrounding Mayor Tiffany Henyard? Share your thoughts in the comments, and make sure to subscribe to Red Rumbles for updates on this and other high-stakes stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.